What up, guys? Your boy Just King Zere. Welcome back to the Just King Zere podcast. And yeah, man, on this video, we're gonna be talking about is South Africa next? Is South Africa next? What do I mean by that? As you know, that Trump has arrested the president of Venezuela due to a lot of things that were happening there in Venezuela. And yeah, man, a lot of people, because South Africa's got USA has got an issue with South Africa and South African president and whatever, saying horrible things are happening in South Africa. So people are asking, is South Africa next? Some people are panicking, some people are fearful. Yeah, man, but that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on my videos. When I upload a video, you won't miss out. My video will pop up. My videos will pop up as I upload them on your homepage. You don't get to miss a thing. And also for us to grow the platform, we need to get over the 1K mark. And yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff that we need to do. We need to start doing interviews and all those type of things. So if you like my content and you've been watching my content for a while and whatever, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, let's grow the community. Let them not suppress this type of voice, because my voice is not a voice that is it's a certain type of voice where I'm speaking out for, not just for this and that, but people speak out for themselves, different races, different whatever, speak out for themselves, different countries, whatever. My perspective is South Africa, Rainbow Nation, Mandela's ideal. I still believe in it. I don't want segregation. I don't want self-determination when now South Africa is this place where it's just completely ruined. There's no unity. It's not, I don't want that. I stand for the Rainbow Nation. I stand for South Africa as it was supposed to be. So if you think that you're on, I'm on the support of racists, and I'm not. If you think I'm on the support of, communists and people like that, left to far left people, too much liberal, I'm not on that. I'm not on any side. I am leaning. I'm leaning. Mostly I'm leaning a little bit to the right, but I'm not there by the extremists. Even on the left, I'm not there by the extremists. I just want unity. Anyways. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Is South Africa next? Well, I don't think anything of that sort can ever be. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in South Africa can be completely proven to that Trump is right. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is saying that Trump is wrong. Trump is wrong. But do I think it's necessary for him to do what he's doing, to bash South Africa and put South Africa out there? I think it's true. I think it's right. There's a lot of bad things happening in South Africa, but not to the level that Trump is talking about. There is no white genocide. The farmers that have been killed have been across races. Blacks, colored, white. You know what I'm saying? So white genocide is completely false. Have white farmers been killed? Definitely. They've been killed. Black farmers have been killed. Colored farmers have been killed. That's what's happened. But I do agree. 1 is too many. 2 is too many. 3 is too many. 100 is too many. Being brutally murdered. And I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with that. Another thing where I agree with Trump is him showing Malema. Malema is nonsense. Malema is a fool. You know what I'm saying? Malema is just someone who's not the right guy. He's diabolical, the things that he's doing. Singing that song over and over and over and over. In such situations, motivating the killings of people. By race. Kill the Boer. That is not nice, and I'm very glad Trump did what he did. I was very shocked when people were like, Trump is messed up for showing, for playing those videos for Ramaphosa. No, what is he supposed? That's the proof that he has. That's what has aggravated him. You know what I'm saying? So, do I agree with Trump for? Do I think it's necessary? Definitely. Do I like when Afrikaners are going to America and giving their input of what's happening in South Africa? Many of them also, they deny that there's a genocide, but they're saying that there's a problem. So I don't have a problem with that. But now we need to focus on nation building. We need to make the nation better. We can't just destroy the nation. Whereby now it's like, okay, completely tarnish the name of South Africa, and then we leave, we go to the USA. You can't do that. You have to always make sure that we are your nation building. Let's solve these issues. Let's do something. Let's communicate. Let's really have a discussion as a family. Let's have the powerful white people. White people, I'm using TikTok language. White people, let's have black people, let's have everyone, communicating and coming together to a conclusion, negotiating. South Africa is what it is today because of negotiations. Let's get to negotiations again. Let's just keep negotiating and then getting to a proper place when it comes to things like BEE, when it comes to all these things, Yeah, but I do get it when you're having a government that is very doesn't listen to anyone or whatever, that lies and all of that. It can become very troublesome, So I do understand, but is there not a way where we can, fix this thing without saying, nah, these guys are messed up, they're wrong, let's leave this thing, let's create our own, Boer Republic, let's do all these things, let's just leave these people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they're worthless, they're pointless. No, let's make our own, let's separate Cape Town from the rest of South Africa. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the way. That's where I disagree. So there's nothing of that sort whereby Trump can use any of his information to say that he has finally had all the information to attack South Africa and to arrest the president and whatever and do whatever. No, it's not possible. Remember, countries like Venezuela and all of that, we're talking about drugs, that's what I've heard, we're talking about mafia, country, That's what I've heard. I'm not so clued up on Venezuela, but I'm guessing it's similar to the Mexico, similar to Colombia, similar, They're talking about drug manufacturing, serious drug manufacturing, and, and all these things that are, drug cartels and all those type of things, So that is not what South Africa is. South Africa, we're not at that level. South Africa is not doing such things. We're not at that level of, complete mafia nation. So even the president of, is it Maduro, of Venezuela, is not. They say he's not legally in the right place. He's not the president. He's not supposed to be the president. They say he stole the elections and all these type of things, And another thing about Venezuela is that Venezuela is more of like people there in Venezuela are standing with Trump. Do you understand? They're saying this is good. This should be done. This guy's corrupt and they're just, it's complete chaos. Even a Nobel Peace Prize winner there, she was saying that it's correct. I think she's in leadership now, or she's leading for now, if I'm not mistaken. But she was saying, that things were wrong. This was a mafia state. This was horrible things that were happening in that country to the maximum level. So when you have Nobel Peace Prize winners supporting America to come and take over the place, and you have people supporting Trump to come and take over the place and get rid of that president. South Africa, we are not at that level, you know. South Africa is not at that level. We're not there to a place whereby we can say the ANC is this complete diabolical thing whereby it should be completely removed and all this type of, no, we are not there. We're still trying to plead with the ANC, like, guys, what's happening? I know a lot of people have given up on the ANC, you know, but we are not there yet. We're still a country whereby it's democracy, you know. It's democracy. You know, we're not there, you know. We're still a democratic country. Nobody's rigging elections, you know. Nobody's going that far, you know. We're still a country that is, you know, trying by all means. Let's communicate. Let's do all these type of things, you know. Christoph Wiese, if I'm saying his name correctly, the founder of ShopRite and all that, he said it. This is a miraculous country. We always come out of things like this, you know. We're a miraculous country. We know how to come together, and you know, whether it's commissions and all these type of things. Freedom of speech is there, you know. And if something is completely wrong, we get rid of it, you know. Jacob Zuma was wrong, you know, and he was doing other things, and then, you know, he was dealt with, you know. Mbeki as well, he did good, but at a certain point with the HIVs and all those things, he did horrible. A lot of people lost their lives, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, and what happened, do you understand? So South Africa is still working. It's still a working country, you know. The government still listens to its people. Government, whether it's black, whether it's white, whether it's Indian, whether the government still listens. We still listen, and we go in commissions. Now we're having ad hoc commission. We have the Madlanga commission as well. You know what I'm saying? There was the Zondo commission, even though some people from that still need to be dealt with. Yeah, I don't know. We can only measure how big are the results. You know, Truth and Reconciliation, you know, commission. You know what I'm saying? Still a working country, and we shouldn't let ourselves out there like that, to that point, you know. And if there are people that have horrible intentions about this country, racist and all of that, that just want to cut off the arm, we're not going to allow that, you know. We're not going to listen to racists just because now your opinion is popular, that, oh, no, hey, they can't manage the country, whatever, because of corruption and all of that. You think maybe we're all going to listen to you? No, we're not going to listen to you. We're going to look at the facts. You know, we're going to look at facts, proper facts, and then we're going to know which way that we need to go. You know, ANC has done a lot of corruption, a lot of bad things, but they've done a lot of good as well. You understand? A lot of good has been done by the ANC. The country boomed under the ANC, you know, under the unity of South Africans. You know, the ANC absorbed people, even from the National Party. Even people, white people were not kicked out, you know. They were allowed to be, you know, to work. Under Mandela, they were allowed, you know. Many, they're still inside, you know what I'm saying. So that unity, that rainbow nation, that ideal of Mandela, it worked. It boomed this country. It created a very huge brand for this country, which brought in a lot of tourism. You know, a lot of tourism was brought in. You know, a lot of things happened in this country. A lot of millionaires were made. You know, you can argue that it was even probably bigger than, better than what happened during the apartheid times. You know. So, but at a certain point, corruption took place, and a lot of corrupt people started acting out and doing their thing. You know. But we cannot take out the ANC's other work and then we say that we only look at the corruption, we only look at the bad. No ways. Then we have to look at the bad of, you know, we have to look at the bad of, you know, so there's a lot of divisive people. There's a lot of people who are pushing division in this country of ours, you know. There's a lot of racists who never changed. They're just living here. They're just waiting for a moment where they can take advantage and commit, whatever. Basically, bring back apartheid in a different way. People are looking to shake up South Africa and create division and create their own states here in South Africa. Whereby they have their own place where black people are not allowed to come in. I'm gonna do a separate video about that. So that's it, man. We have to really look at these things when we're dealing with it. Yes, we have issues, but I would say we're still democratic. Our country is still democratic. There's still freedom of speech. I mean, the Rob Hessops and all those people, they can still be the way that they are. They can still talk the way they want to talk. They can still, anyone, different opinions, colored people, black people, everyone can really say whatever they want to say, and to really get the thought process going. It's a true democracy. And the only issue is those corruption and all those type of things. Corruption and all those type of things. That came at a certain point. It became horrible. It became the most horrible thing. It's like people were waiting for an opportunity, and they got the opportunity to be corrupt, and now the corruption has gone extremely further to a point whereby people can't return from it. People are stuck. Ideas are stuck, and the corruption basically, the snake is eating its own tail. That's where we are currently. But as for Trump, I think that Trump is a good president, and is someone who's really pushing. We are really inspired by what he's doing with illegal immigration and all of that. He's doing really good, and he's really inspiring, and he's a man of action. And I don't wish South Africa to have any problems with America. I don't wish America to have any problems with South Africa. I think they are our best trading partner, and I think a lot of good can still come out. A lot of good has already come out, and I think a lot of good can still come out as well. I don't think Ramaphosa is doing a good job, by calling out the USA and constantly challenging the USA. I don't think it's necessary. Let other people deal with it. South Africa's got its own issues. Deal with South African issues. It just doesn't seem right. Deal with your own issues. Deal with South Africa. Unemployment is crazy. Crime is crazy in South Africa. Deal with it. Do what Trump is doing to Venezuela, but to your own country. Take back the power from all those type of people who are doing all the corruption and all these type of things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. May we get back to a good place, and may we get back to a functional place where we can do things that really matter, things that make sense. Because if we don't do that, then it's going to be very problematic. We're going to keep attracting all these people who keep saying certain things, about our country and making us look a certain way. Just manage the country better. Just get back to proper management of the country. Get the country to a good place, and let's even geopolitically, let's not fight people who are our biggest benefiters, who benefit the most from them, and then now we're fighting them. Why are we fighting people that we benefit the most from? We don't benefit the most from China. We don't benefit the most from India, Brazil. We don't. We benefit from America, So let's treat America the way America is supposed to be treated, as a very good trading partner, a very good country that we've worked very well with. Let's stop all these weird things. Sharp supporting Palestine, that was good. Okay, that's fine. That's Mandela's thing. He really loved that. So we are really showing up for Mandela's ideal and what he said. Even when he said that. This country, it needs to be, your enemies are not our enemies. We're respecting that, and I think that people at a certain place, they can respect that as well. So, but now if we keep going, now we're representing Venezuela. Now we're representing. Don't we have our own problems? We have our own problems, serious problems in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the problem is. You know, you're gonna keep poking the bear, keep poking the bear, keep poking the bear. You know, the bear that has been good to you to a certain point, and to a huge point actually. You know, that it really doesn't make sense. You know, really doesn't make sense. But anyways, your boy Just King Zere signing out.